Okay, so I thought I'd do a better video on how to make paper clay. I've been going through quite a bit lately, and I'm running out. I need more. Okay, so what you're going to need for this is shredded copy paper that you normally put in your home printer. I was doing my own through a small USB shredder, so I could get it as fine as possible. Recently, I've just found out that I can get this for free through my lovely wife, and these are cut very short. Shorter, finer the better. Alright, need corn flour. This is what I use, no more gaps. It's crack resistant, flexible, and goes very solid. PVA glue and a hand mixer. Okay, so I've filled the bucket with paper, added approximately 3.5 litres of boiled water. Then you want to get your hand mixer. Sorry if this is noisy. And you want to work that around for say 10-15 minutes. This lot here that I've made, I probably will need to add a bit more water. First time you do it, you want to add quite a bit of water, and then once you strain it, I'll show you that shortly actually. Okay, so I've added more water. I've been blending it for a while at the moment. Just one quick thing I'll show. If you blend it underneath on the bottom, like this, you'll see that it's still quite chunky on top. What I find is moving it from the bottom up to the top. So you'll see as I do the top layer here, it'll tend to smooth out. So as you can see there, it tends to be smoothing out a little bit more. Do that as often as you can while you're blending it, and that way it should break it up a little bit quicker. Okay, so next, I didn't blend this quite as much as what I would have liked. I don't really need to be honest. Depends how fine you want it. Next, put a shirt over a bucket. Looks a little bit like concrete. Okay, then what you got to do is strain this out and get as much of the water out as possible, which sometimes it is better to let it cool to do that, because I've burnt my hands a few times being in a hurry. But I'll do that and show you what it's like next. Okay, so it's been strained out. This is what you'll end up with. Quite a solid ball of paper. Now what you want to do, just break that up, and it's still quite hot. Okay, break that up as much as you can. And then you're going to grab your PVA craft glue, which is pretty much just a white wood glue for those overseas that don't have PVA. And you want to add a generous amount of that. As you can see, I go through quite a bit, so there isn't a real lot in here. Like I'm saying, you add quite a bit. See how that goes. What I used to mix it, just a what is it? Roast fork. Just give that a good mix around. And what you want to do is try and get it about the same as biscuit batter. So you want it really tacky and sticky. So I'll just keep working on this a little bit and skip to the next. Okay, so I ended up adding quite a bit more wood glue. As you can see, it's very much like biscuit dough. Very tacky, soft. Alright, so that is too wet to use as clay at the moment. But also what we want to add to that now is some of the no more gaps. For those overseas that don't have no more gaps, it's just a water-based gap filler that's crack resistant, flexible, quite strong stuff actually. Alright, so what I'll do is give a generous squirt of that. You want to mix that through the same. Alright, so that stuff, it tends to, when it does dry, it tends to be really sticky, so if you handle this with your hands at the moment, you will need to wash them not long after, because otherwise it'll just start to harden on your fingers. Alright, so now that it's like that, we want to just start adding corn flour. Alright, so you want quite a bit of corn flour because it's more or less just treat it like you're making biscuits. You've got your biscuit dough, you want to thicken it up so you can handle it and it's malleable. So I'll just keep mixing that through. And this is all the corn flour I've got at the moment, so if I do run out, I probably will switch to a bit of normal flour. I just find with the paper clay that I make, if it's majority of paper, it tends to be quite lumpy. Even if you do break the fibres up quite fine. Really all I'm after is a clay that is a majority of paper, but the paper fibres are what hold it together, and everything else I'm adding is more or less just making it hard. As you can see, that's starting to thicken up now. Still is a bit tacky and moist, but because I'm running out of flour, I'll probably stop there. As you can see, it is comes up quite smooth. Like I was saying, I just, if it does get quite crumbly, I tend to add more flour because I just find that the majority of flour and glue and filler tend to make it quite smooth, more like a clay. So, and if you want to, just spread a bit of flour on your bench top, roll it in that, knead it. The more you knead it and the more you work it, the better it will be. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Just to show you the strength, I haven't really got any much here that I'm willing to break, but here's a piece that I made a few days ago just to test the strength of it, and I cannot break that with my fingers. Yeah, so no matter how hard I try, I can't break that with my fingers. And that's it. It's very strong, very durable, quite a lot of uses actually. So if you want to have a go at working with paper clay, that's it.